Good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We're looking at Bitcoin on a daily time frame. And yesterday we did get a nice little push into our resistance. As you can see, we closed right above the 21 EMA. And today it's all about, is that move true or false? Is the breakout that we had due to Powell saying yes, they are going to start reducing the interest rate hikes from 0.75 to 0.5 or whatever they're going to do. If that is true, then that's why we got that push. And I am going to show you Dixie at the end, so don't worry. So as of today, what we need to do is hold above 17,000. If we close above 17,000 today, we will be looking for the next level of resistance around 18,000, 18,100 for tomorrow. If we lose this 17,000, that's your immediate warning for downside. And what we're hoping for is a support at 16.6 to hold. So we want, if this does come back, to hold above 16.6 for the daily close. So that way tomorrow we can get above the 21 EMA and higher again. If this starts to fail, you know that we have that 16.6 level of support, and then we have around 16,000 and then 15.5. After that, it's much lower. Just keep that in mind. I don't want you getting euphoric just because of one day pump. It's going to take time, and we need to see that interest rate actually occur before you are pricing in that reality before it even occurs. Just be careful. That's all I want to say. Let's go quickly look at the 4 hour. Also, look at the volume, right? We're going all the way to the down as we're going sideways now. So now any buys might just cause a mark up because no one's looking to sell anymore. So that's something that you want to. That's why I watch volume like that to see if divergences are there or not. So here's the 4 hour on Bitcoin. We are on our 100 EMA support. That's good. 9 EMA is above it. This is solid. We are going to ride this long as you can. And I'm sure all the people are on buy the dip mode. So where would you buy the dip? Well, this is right here is like not the ideal price because this is like fair value around 17. Ideally, you want to look for a long around 16.8 or even better would be 16.6. So between 16.8 to 16.6, taking a long scalp for the move up makes sense. But if you take that 16.8 or 16.6, you better have a stop loss because you don't want to hold that long more than 16.2, 16.3 could be a stop loss. Because after that, you're at risk of taking out the lows, and that's just not something you want to do. So, I mean, if 16.3 is your stop loss, or 16, a little bit under 16, you got to know how you want to DCA into that. Um, that's basically all I want to say. I mean, the 4 hour is about to close right here. Pre-market isn't that great, but I mean, that's just because people are digesting the possibility of lower interest rates. So Asia has a lot of other issues other than being euphoric for the Fed interest rates. They've got protests going on. Yesterday, I was talking to someone in Taiwan from Mexi Global, and he was telling me how there was a building on fire and they literally just locked everyone in and people just burned to death because to get them help due to COVID restrictions, the government just put locks on the doors. When the firemen get there, they have to take COVID tests and stuff before they can even enter and all that assistance. So it's crazy out there, guys. The media is not covering this stuff because obviously they don't want the world watching this kind of stuff. But yeah, if you dig a little bit deep, you'll see all this kind of stuff is actually occurring. So if our world's production center is going through issues like that, obviously logistically other corporations are not going to get the goods and products that they need to carry out their businesses as usual, such as Apple. Since Foxconn is suffering production issues, then obviously Apple's not going to meet their earnings and sales and whatnot. So just keep all that in mind. It's going to trickle in after first quarter earnings. It's not going to happen today. You're going to see this in like February, March. Um, all right, back on topic. Let's go to the daily. We closed our monthly, by the way, yesterday. If you want to take a quick look at that, and then I'll go to Bitcoin, I mean, Ethereum. So here's our monthly. That's how we close. That is ugly. And it's bearish. This is not a healthy close. For continuation to the downside, I don't know why I wouldn't expect it. Look at this volume. It's not slowing down, it's growing. So this next month is going to be very, 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 very interesting. If we lose the low at 15.4, it is going to be brutal drop to like 12.8 is what I'm assuming. So, all right, let's go look at Ethereum real quick. Here is Ethereum on the monthly. A lot better than Bitcoin, but this volume is nuts to the downside. That was a bearish engulfing monthly close, so this month opening might just go test these wicks. So just be ready for this 11 or 1075 area. Going to the weekly. Uh, Yeah, we were at the weekly now. Here's Ethereum on the weekly coming into resistance. We need to see if we can close above 1330 this week. Otherwise, next week is going to open and we're going to find that flush to the downside. Right now, EMAs do look a little bit healthy. They're going sideways and curling, so the possibility of at least testing into 1450 is there, but not until we claim 1330. Going to the daily. We're at the higher resistance. Bitcoin stalled out around the 21 EMA. Right now, we're at the 55 EMA. 55 EMA is proving resistance, which makes sense. We need to find support, which is around 1240. And if we can find that long in that area between 1240 to 1200 ish, you can use that as a level of support and ride up. And then this little inverse head and shoulder should break out from here from 1300 and probably test into 14 to 1500. So be patient. It's going to take some time, but the possibility in the next couple of days to a week it going there is there. The issue was what I showed you on the monthly doesn't look healthy. So if you do start closing under 1250, that's a warning. Closing under 1200 is another warning. I mean, you don't want to play with this long too much. And maybe you want to cut your losses around, like 1150, 1150. You want to cut your losses and then re-long lower if that opportunity comes. Otherwise, just take that loss because you're gambling right now on a higher time frame, and that's the thing I don't want to do. I don't want to mess around with that monthly candle because it looks like poo-poo. Just looking at this weekly, we're coming into our resistance on volume declining. So even if we close here, great. Next week, maybe we poke up and then roll down because this 21 EMA is going to come down to like 1400 next week. So yeah, let me go to the 4 hour real quick. I'm going to do this as quickly as possible. Today and tomorrow, guys, I will be at a ministry and I'm going to be volunteering all day in their food kitchen and in their restaurant. They have a restaurant for their food bank. So I am gonna be there for the literally 8 in the morning till 6 p.m. at night for the next 2 days, guys. So I have some limits set on copy trade on low leverage. I'm gonna let that play out. Until then, this weekend I'll be at another church for a few hours, but I will be around this weekend to first of all, talk to members. We're going to do some live streams. I want you guys to get in my head. I'm going to try to do a live stream for everyone too on Saturday or Sunday, but for the members, for sure. I want to get into a routine where we all get on the voice channel for like an hour a day in the morning, 30 minutes, in the afternoon, 30 minutes. Like how I'm doing this conversation, I can wake up with you guys, 30 minutes, have a quick talk. In the evening during daily candle close, I can have another 30-minute talk. And then we can make sure that we all are on the same page of what we're expecting, and there should be no surprises. If there's an altcoin we're looking at, Desco today was talking about SPY, trying to short spiders. I gave him the charts on that. It does look like it's at the prime area to take a scalp short. So, stuff like that is what I want to do for members moving forward. And that's why I want to keep the group small. I don't really care about the growing the group for money. I will make my money trading alongside you guys as I get better. Okay. You guys will get better and you'll make me better because I now have to hold myself accountable for that copy trading feature. And Frumpy, thank you so much. Testing it out with him shows me that it is absolute shit. Even if I closed in profit, it closed him like $6 after me. So that kind of shit is not what I want to do. I want us in the members to have very strict open and closes, stop losses. So I will provide them on a daily basis. So that way we know exactly where we want to scalp, how we want to scalp, why we want to scalp there, etc. Um, yeah. So back to this on the 4 hour, we're at the 200 EMA resistance. I'm not looking for us to go above 1350. If we do go above 1350, I would hold off on the long and see if it wants to break out even above 1480 to 1500, because that is going to be the next level of resistance to break above this to make a new high. And then this inverse head and shoulder will basically play out all the way to 1500. Okay, so it'll be out and done, and then it'll try to make another lower high here to roll down or a higher high, and then use this as a support to ride up higher. So we have a lot of time. Don't rush. Today, when New York opens, we'll have a better understanding of what we should be expecting. As long as the news is fine with like no negative nonsense, we should be looking to poke up higher. All right, I have a short around. If you watch this video, I will let you know. I have a short at 1340 set, and I have a long at 1265 set. So if you've watched this video long enough, now you know those things. Aside from that, Dixie is what I was trying to show you. Dixie. So you can see how that head and shoulders is starting to play out. If this does go lower, oops. If this decides to go lower, it makes sense that we pump on equities. So today we're going to have to watch this. I'm going to once again remove my alert. And I will be putting it right there at 105. We break that, we should be looking for higher on the equities side and crypto. And let me turn these on. What we're looking for is if this breaks down, we're looking for that support at 104 to 101. And we wanted to get accumulated here and up. So that is basically the gist of Bitcoin and Ethereum today. If you guys have any questions or concerns, as always, please feel free to leave it behind. I will follow up with you shortly. If you're interested in trading with us, please join us on the Discord server. And aside from that, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. Have a great day.